Jeez Louise. I can't get this coughed up. I'm sorry y'all had to witness me almost die real quick. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Dig or Die video. Sorry for my voice. It's I guess I'm sick or something, I don't really know. But anyway, it's Friday evening here, about 5 o'clock. And we're back over here at the horse farm. So the barn has come along really nicely. It's, you know, getting close to being done. The house, these guys have knocked that thing out. So there's about 20 feet of flat pad behind the barn that we're gonna have to cut out to make a nice transition up in and out of the barn. We're basically standing in the center of the arena. The arena is 85 feet this way and 200 feet this way. So I'm gonna grade the pad about 100 feet the short side and 220 feet this way, just so to have some wiggle room. What's up, guys? Today we're not talking because I can't even talk. My voice is shot. But I tell you what I can do. That's push dirt. So that's what we do. We're gonna be moving a lot of dirt, hopefully in a short amount of time. That's the game plan, right? So I'm cutting off of this slope right now. I hope you can hear me. I can barely hear myself. heat, so I got y'all in here right now. Just love the life, you know. My wife's supposed to be bringing us a picnic. We're gonna have out here. I don't know what we're gonna eat for supper, but her and the kids are gonna come over. We'll ride around on the loader, play on dirt piles and stuff, I'm sure. I tell you, I don't like being away from my family any more than I've got to. And I don't necessarily have to do this, but I told this guy I would do it. So, you know, sticking to my word. But anyway, what I was saying is stuff like this. I remember. I can remember thinking back right now. My dad was working for one of his friends. I don't know if it was on the side for a company, his company or whatever. But he had I don't know what it was, probably a 320 Traco over there. And I can remember right now, I don't know if we took him lunch or we just went over there and saw it because it was close to home. I was probably 6 years old, maybe 8. And I can remember going over there, getting a ride on the Traco for a few minutes and getting to climb all over it and stuff, you know. My mom took me and my sister over there while Dad was working. And I hope my kids appreciate this one day. You know, I hope they appreciate that I wasn't just gone all the time. I don't want to be a parent that's gone all the time, trying to make all the money. And I'll be honest, money doesn't motivate me. My family does. Of course, we have to make money, but as long as we can get by, man, I don't need nothing else. And I don't know how other people feel. You know, I know the blue collar world is so macho, and I work harder than you, and I work more hours than you, and this and that. You know, even when we think we're doing the right thing by working to give our kids a life that we didn't have, we still might be missing the point, you know? It's not about buying your kid a fancy car when they turn 16 or buying them a PS5 or something. I think it's about, sure, get them gifts, but man, I really think it's about spending the time with them, dude. Like, my daughter's 5 years old. She'll be 5 in a month. And I can already see time slipping by, you know. Sure, we all have to go to work. Sure, we have to make money. Sure. Gee. Sure, we have to take care of our kids, you know, our wives, everything else. But you don't have to buy them the best of everything. 50 to 60 hours a week. Ever since he was old enough to, and he was smart with his money, so we definitely weren't poor. We definitely weren't poor, but we definitely went without some things that other kids got. You know, and at the time, and I was like, man, it'd be cool to have that, but sitting here looking back, I'm 30, sitting here looking back at my childhood, I'm glad that my dad didn't spend all of his money to try to make us happy. I'm glad he didn't try to buy our happiness. He took me hunting, he took me fishing, took me to drag races, you name it. Took me with him when he went to his friend's house. You know, he may have went and seen his friend for an afternoon on a Saturday. But he didn't go by himself. He always took me with him. Maybe that was my mom. Maybe my mom made him. I don't know. But it was like he cared, you know. He cared about me. I know he does. And some kids, I don't think, feel that. And I want to make sure that my kids know that I love them and they're always safe with me, and that I want them around, you know. So a lot of people pawn their kids off, give them iPads or put them in all kinds of sports, and while they're doing all that other stuff, the parents are making business calls or just doing whatever on their phone or whatever. The one thing that I've learned so far being a parent, and it's really from watching videos and hearing people on podcasts talk, you can't get your time back with your kids. You can always make more money, always, but you cannot, you can't get these times back. Like I say, my daughter's 5, man, or gonna be, and she loves hanging out with me. I love hanging out with her, but still, you know, she wants to hang out with her friends or little friends and stuff, which is great. I want her to, but the older they get, the less they want to be around you. So soak that stuff up when they're little. And I think when you're around them when they're little, they'll want to be around you later on, as long as you're caring and loving and you genuinely love them, versus, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was trying to think of something meaningful to talk about. I'm sure you probably didn't hear half of it because this thing's loud. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to beating and banging around in this sucker. Alrighty, guys. Sorry. Jeez Louise. I can't get this coughed up. I got this truck. Jeez, man. It's pissing me off. I got this. God. Sorry for that, but I do think I got that out of my throat. I'm sorry y'all had to witness me almost die real quick, but I probably won't put that in the video because it sounded rough, it felt rough. But you know what the song says, country boy can survive, so we're gonna get back to it. What's up, guys? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood today. I can actually talk a little bit this morning, which is surprising. We are back over here at the barn, of course. where else would we be? And I just wanted to. So my wife and kids brought supper last night. I stopped at, I don't know, it's close to 8 o'clock. We ate some subs, hung out for a little while. And then my son stayed with me. He'll be 3 this year. So he stayed with me and rode with me while I pushed. I don't know, I worked another. So now that we've got all our crap cleaned up here, I'm going to just start grading the slope that I want. I'm going to start right here and start pushing off, get the right slope, and then that'll tell us where our for the day. It's 6 o'clock. I got here at 7 this morning. I'm done. So we're gonna have to get something, probably rent a dozer to fine tune this thing and spread the screenings and stuff out as well. But I got everything everything pretty good except for down here. It's just, it takes so long to push it from there to here, you know. It's just too much. So I'm going to just knock this slope down and track it in all the way around, and then I'm getting out of here. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I do too.